Joining us now, my great pal, co-anchor of America's Newsroom on Fox News, Bill Hemmer, who reported from Afghanistan back in 2001. All right, Mr. Hemmer, first of all...
Good afternoon to you, Larry. Nice to be with you.
Grateful to have you here on set. What do you make of the situation? We know the government now is the old Taliban thugs from the 1990s. There's nothing new here, with prices on their head. They're our enemies right now. How do you see this? Where does this lead?
Well,
where does this go?
About 20 minutes ago, Larry, from the White House, this alert crossed. It says the U.S. has not conveyed that it will validate the Taliban caretaker government in Afghanistan.
Good.
How much do they care?
Good.
Okay, point number one. But for the Taliban, why would they care?
Oh, they're not going to care.
8 hours earlier, Blinken in Doha said, and you referred to it here, as of now, the Taliban's not permitting flights to depart. They claim some passengers don't have the proper docs. We're doing everything in our power to get flights off the ground, docs meaning documents. Why are they going to listen to us? We have no more authority there. You mentioned Michael Waltz. Let me come back to that moment. What I often think about, Larry, is 6 years ago, in Sinai, Egypt, there was an Islamic State branch or group that operated there, pretty much uncontested. And there was a Russian airliner that took off out of Sharm el-Sheikh in November of 2015, mostly tourists, mostly from Russia. And we believe to this day that either someone on the tarmac threw a bomb in the baggage container at the last minute, or even more devious, may have been able to devise an explosive device that can fit in a can of soda and attach it to the wing of the plane. And once it reaches altitude, it blows up and the whole thing falls out of the sky. Well, whether they opted for option A or B, that plane did fall from the sky. And the only reason it was possible because there was an ISIS cell that was able to operate in Sinai. And I ask you today, going forward, will ISIS be able to operate in Afghanistan? In all likelihood, there's several thousand fighters already there, and they're already devising and deeming
and I will tell
things that I just mentioned here.
I will tell you unequivocally the answer is yes. The answer is yes. What you have here, because we forgot the mission, Biden forgot the mission. The mission was to stop terrorism, not nation build, not impose woke values, not impose liberal values that I might agree with. It was to knock down, eliminate terrorism as much as possible. And we basically had that done before this insane blundering withdrawal.
You mentioned Michael Waltz. He was on our show this morning. And he said he called this a terrorist superstate.
Right. It's a homeland.
Al-Qaeda,
it's a homeland.
ISIS, and all the foreign fighters. I take it one step further. We don't know today, but in a year or 5 years from now, this might be the super spreader event.
Yes.
For global terror.
Yes, absolutely right. Now, look, you covered it, didn't you? You covered the early days of Afghanistan?
I had the high honor, Larry. I was working for CNN at the time. I had the high honor of being part of the original footprint for the war on terror. And it took place at the airport just east of Kandahar. And for about 5 to 6 weeks, I had the honor of living with men and women in the U.S. military. Now, bear in mind, my history of the military was largely shaped by movies and books, and what were the movies all about? They're about Vietnam. But when you have the opportunity to live with these men and women and get to know them as fathers and brothers and sons and sisters and mothers, it changes the entire way you look at the U.S. military. And for the last 20 years, they've been paying the price for us.
I appreciate that. And, of course, we all cherish their service. There's been a lot of back talk, under talk, snarky talk against the military in this action. But as someone who served in senior position in the White House and who attended many, many national security meetings, let me tell you, decisions are made by the president. He is the commander-in-chief. And from what I gather, my own conversations and intel, the military did not want to do this. The intelligence agencies tried to warn us. Of course, we know his own embassy in Kabul said they're coming on strong. It's going to be a matter of weeks, not months or half a year or a year. These were Biden decisions. I cannot not fault him for that. When I say that I yearn for the calmness of Donald Trump, I'm being actually quite serious here. I'm not worried about tweets and whatever. Trump was a good hands-on decision maker. Okay? He knew the difference between our friends and our foes, between our friends and our enemies, and he knew how to put America first. If the Taliban had pulled this running through all the provincial capitals.
Well,
If
would
they
he
had
have done?
pulled that off, Trump would have roared down on them using all of our military might. And I'm going to say to you, sooner or later, we're going to be back in there militarily. Because of what you just said, because of what Walt said, because this is a terrorist homeland.
If you had 2,500 soldiers and Marines there at the end, and you had to guard 3 places, how do you do it? And if Washington's saying we need to keep on bringing the numbers down, you're a military commander on the ground, you're saying, how do I do it?
Right.
And for them, it became impossible. You can't guard the embassy and the same time hold Bagram, at the same time hold the airport to the east. It's impossible.
Which is what Milley tried to say in his, people don't give him any
okay.
He basically said, we were mandated to go to one place and one place only.
But to your point, he works for the commander-in-chief. And he
That's
said,
correct.
no, we're getting out.
That's correct.
Now, listen, I think a lot of people don't argue with the fact to get out. It's just the way you did it. This weekend, we're all going to reflect considerably on the events of 20 years ago. And we had a show that ran this past weekend. Right now it's streaming on Fox Nation. It runs again this weekend on the News Channel. Maybe the Business Channel will pick it up too. It's called The Lost Cause of 9/11. And I provided the narration for it. We had a team that did this story together. Of all the hundreds and thousands of stories you've heard about 9/11, this is one story you haven't heard. It's about a voice recording machine across the street from the World Trade Center. That was recording calls from clients and advisors. They wanted to make sure they could keep track of all the financial records that happened.
Trading?
Like if Kudlow said, I want to buy 100 shares of Microsoft, I can go back on the machine and make sure you said 100 and not 100,000, right? So you want to make sure you got it right. But also it recorded the calls of friends and family members who were trying to make sure that these people there were okay. Get this, Larry. This machine and all the business equipment inside of this office building had to be destroyed and taken out. This thing was shipped to Texas, and a guy who has audio as a hobby bought it for $300. Went home, pressed play, and he knew immediately what he had. And here's a clip from that piece that you'll see, The Lost Cause of 9/11. On that day, near the South Tower at One World Financial, there was a machine which was recording telephone calls coming into a trading floor.
People are jumping off the building. How high?
I saw people running on fire through the streets. I saw people diving out of it. People are diving out of the World Trade Center.
Yeah. I just want to let you know, a plane just hit the World Trade Center. I'm okay.
This is the first time we have heard these voices in 20 years.
Jerry, do you believe you want to hear something? It just happened again, Jerry.
Here's the thing about it. Most of those people got out alive, and they never knew that machine existed. And so they went back and heard their voices.
It was another building.
It's World Financial Center. That's where American Express was, Merrill Lynch, et cetera. So it was on the west side of West End, in the World Trade Center. There's a shot in this documentary, Larry. It's the front page of the New York Times. It's dated September 16, 2001. And the headline reads, Bush tells military to get ready, meaning we're going in. And I think deeply this weekend, we're not going to just think about the last 20 years. We're going to think about the last 20 days.
I think this Afghan catastrophe will put a cloud, or worse, over the whole 9/11 remembrance. I hate to call it an anniversary because it was such a terrible
Call it commemoration.
I'll call it, okay, commemoration. And you're quite right. The discussions, look, for the last 20 years, nearly all of them, except for the White House years, I do a radio show every Saturday morning.
Yeah, and I listen.
For 3 hours. Actually, you've been on it. I can't remember. You may have been on it. Anyway, I always cover it. You know, we go back and talk about 9/11. I started my TV career right after 9/11. All right. Geraldo Rivera, who had a primetime show on this other network, up and left to cover the Afghan war as an independent journalist. And my pal Jim Cramer and I were asked to take over his show from 9 to 10 p.m. every night. And We were so bad at it that it was almost high camp.
Come on.
But that's how it started. We were so bad at it, couldn't read a teleprompter and make a commercial break. It was almost high camp. That's how bad we were. But my point is, Jimmy and I, both of our fathers served in World War II, okay? Jim's a Democrat, I'm a Republican. We are fierce patriots.
Yeah.
And we spent the first year of our show basically covering 9/11 and the aftermath in Afghanistan and Iraq. You were covering it on the ground. I'm sorry I have to talk about it in terms of what's happened in the last few days. You're quite right. You're quite right, Bill.
Last 20
That is
days.
exactly right.
Yeah.
And I will say to you, with no crystal ball, I am not a national security expert, although I went to lots and lots of meetings in the National Security Council. We will be back. We will be back. And this is one of the great mistakes in American diplomatic foreign policy history. I hate to say it. Anyway, thank you for coming on.
Good to be with you, as always.
Yes.
It's streaming on
watch.
Fox Nation now. Be on the news site again this weekend, too.
So we will see it.
What you just referred to here, you know, this is a marker in people's lives. You can't avoid it. You can't get around it. There's going to be a lot of reflection on moments like you just brought up.
Yeah. You never.
And unfortunately, for so many hundreds and thousands of families, the reflection runs a lot deeper for them.
Yeah, this is a tough one. It's a tough one from all sides.
That's right.
We can't forget the men and women who died. We can't forget the phenomenal bravery of the cops and the firemen and the first responders.
Sure.
Really phenomenal stuff. But unfortunately, we will have to deal with this current narrative as well. And that's too bad. But we'll learn. We live and learn. America is still a great country. This is not the end of America by any means at all. We will be back.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Bill
Great to be
Hammer.
with you.